Hey everyone, welcome back to another unboxing from Nitin Collects. Today we have a mini GTX Kaido house model here, and the model is going to be BMW M3 Kaido GT V1. We've already unboxed the different version of this model, but that one was just BMW M3 Kaido Works V1, but this one is a GT1. So let's get into the unboxing. Before unboxing, I'd like to discuss some packaging details as usual. We got this beautiful contrast BMW as with the white background and a maroon red color, so it looks very pretty and also a classic car. We can see the same packaging as we saw in the previous BMW: metal body, chassis, alloy wheels and opening hood and etc. So this one is number 162, model number 162 of the Kaido works. So we have a unique design here compared to the previous BMW, and this one is also a licensed product by BMW itself. Since this is a sealed case or a sealed box, I don't know what is inside. It can be a chase or it can also be a regular one. So let's unbox this model and see what we get. So we have got a regular one and it's not a chase. If it was a chase, it would be totally a silver or a raw paint finish. So we got a regular version of this BMW here. So let's get into the detailed unboxing once we remove this out of the packaging. So this one also has a blister kind of packaging. This one seems to be pretty tight. The previous BMW just came off. The previous BMW had a protective sheet, transparent sheet kind of film here, so that this plastic blister packaging wouldn't damage the car. But this one doesn't seem to have that protective film. I don't know if the whole lineup does not have it or if it's just my model which is missing the protective film sheet, because I literally praised Mini GT for doing such a good job of placing a protective film so that it can avoid the plastic damage caused by the blisters or scratches or something to the model. But unfortunately we are having just a closed blister. So we have this beautiful classical vintage model here. Before proceeding with the review, I'd like to point out some defects I saw with other fellow collectors who had quality issues, where this headlight was missing, and mine also seems to be bit damaged or something. You can see the variations here along the headlights. We have these two are properly aligned and designed, but these two have been messed up with misproportions here. Also, this whole grille has just went down in a slant way, but this grille is just straight. So speaking of QC models, I myself have received one, so I'm kind of disappointed from Mini GT. Someone also had a broken spoiler while it came in the box, and they just happened to unbox it and the broken spoiler was found inside the box itself. I was happy when I saw the spoiler intact, but I'm unhappy now that the QC happened here makes the car look ugly. As we all know, the front frame of the car is what makes the car look actually beautiful, but this misproportion I didn't expect from Mini GT. I haven't had any models which had QC issues as far as now from Mini GT, but models being this expensive and they haven't passed the quality check issues is very disappointing from Mini GT side. Although the car looks very beautiful and the paint finish is apt for this model. So coming to the side view of the car, we have this sleek design. It's also a wide body. You can see it's wider than the previous BMW. I'll be doing a comparison which I'll be showing you guys in the later part of the video. So this one is a sleek model with the glossy finish on the side, this maroon shiny paint. Also this roll cage is also detailed like the previous one, and we have beautiful black interior seats. So this is all the side view I'm talking about. I'll be showing you the interior when we get to the main view of the car. So we have the same carbon fiber grille on this side also, and we got the Advan logo here on the car. This one is a pretty simple one and not like the previous BMW which had decals and liveries, not liveries exactly, decals and brand names and badgings all over the car. This one is a clean finish. So if you're going for a more classical vintage look and you don't want such messy decals and vinyls on the car, you can easily opt for this one, since it has a good color combination, the maroon and the silver combination, and the interior is also black. So this won't be contrast, I can tell, because these are all of the same, similar color scheme pattern we see here. Rubber tires with the Advan badging on it and Yokohama badging on it also. And we have silver rims. We saw the previous BMW had two different type of rims, but this one has same set of rims for the both tires, or the four wheels also happen to have same rim design. So this is the side view. You can see the interiors, and the back seat is also the white creamish paint like it was in the previous BMW. So here we have the front view, which is already messed up, as I've discussed earlier in the video. I'm not going to complain or whine about it. So we have the beautiful M3 badging here, and we also got the BMW signature badge here, and we have a red trim, which is kind of seen even if it's maroon. You can see the red trim here, and there's glass headlights or acrylic headlights. And we have the two signature grills from the BMW as seen in the previous model itself. We have the Kaido house badging here with a black strip of paint below it, and we also have the carbon fiber touch inside all over. I'm just using the previous BMW as a reference a lot, I know, but it's very similar to both of the models here. You can see the carbon fiber touch here, and the black interior and a glossy finish. And you can see from the top and the front view itself, it's literally representing a wide body here. The side shapes, you can easily spot these. So if you're looking at the car this way, you can easily see the representations of a wide body. So the other side is also the same, except it has a fuel tank here and the same Advan badging. The front part isn't free rolling, I can tell, because it's not free rolling as we are testing it live. I don't know why, but we'll get to that part later, or we'll just ignore it. So this side is also the same. And coming to the front view, I had told I'll show you the interiors. Now I hope everyone can see the interiors. The black interior seats, and there's that creamish back seat. Here you can see it clearly. This Kaido house badging on the roll cage also, that's great detail. And we have the carbon touches everywhere. This side also we have the carbon touch on the cage also here, and we have the carbon touch on the dashboard. Since it's a left hand drive, you can see the steering wheel on the left side, and there's carbon touch here also. Yeah, we have the spoiler also, which has the carbon touch. This paint finish, or this paint scheme is actually very pretty to look at. More than reviewing, I'm just attentively staring at this car for the paint scheme they have chosen. The carbon fiber touch here and there, and this maroon paint scheme. I wasn't a fan of this release because I saw the release was just it had a maroon red color, and it didn't have all that vinyls and decals all over it like the previous BMW had. So my taste of the BMW, or choosing it as an option, I preferred the blue one over this one. But now that I have this in hand, I also feel that this should also be in one's collection, since it has this classic and the actual vintage feel to it. The paint job, the paint scheme, and there's not too much shabbiness all over the body. It's just simple Advan badging and carbon fiber touch, and whole car is just covered in the maroon scheme of color. We saw the side, top, everything. We have bottom left, but before going to the bottom, I'd like to discuss about the spoilers. There's not much to discuss, but we have a carbon fiber touch spoiler here. You can see the line slant on it. Here you can see the same slant line on the spoiler and also the back side of the car. So that is also a carbon fiber touch inside. You can actually feel it like it's an actual representation of a tail light, which I had already told about in the previous model also. So we have the M3 badging here, we have the BMW badging here, and we also have the Advan logo here below the spoiler. So the below spoiler is also having a carbon fiber touch, so that's good attention to detail by Mini GT. And we have this beautiful silver exhaust. It goes apt with the color scheme they've chosen, maroon and silver. So coming to the base, this one has a lot of fingerprints due to it being a glossy metallic base. So I'll be wiping this fingerprints off so that you can look at a clear model rather than a shabby fingerprint based one. I wiped all the fingerprints now. Since I'm gonna keep reviewing this model, my fingerprints are gonna be smudged all over the car. So it's going to happen now or later in the video itself. So for now you can see this clear glossy finish base and there's no details to it. I really wish they had added some details on the base. So that's about the base I wanted to discuss. Coming to the front opening hood part, I'll be showing you the details of the engine by opening this hood here. We have the carbon fiber touch engine inside, and there's the BMW Empower badging on the parts also. You can see a lighter version of the maroon palette inside with all that beautiful details. So this is the opening hood part and the engine details on the inside I wanted to show you guys. So now we'll be doing a comparison between this model and the previous release of the same BMW. The maroon one is a GT version. You can see the representations of a wide body here compared to the blue one. The blue one looks slimmer in size, or less wide body than the maroon one. I hope everyone can see the difference with this much closeness. The blue one seems, sleek and less wide body compared to the red one. The red one has literally a representation of a wide body here. You can easily notice the difference here. Both are beautiful models. If you take it in a point of decals and vinyls, I like this one more. If you take it in a classic version with a classic paint and also a simple paint coat over it and not much decals and vinyls, you can go for this one. So this is the review for this beautiful classical vintage piece of car I wanted to give you guys. Hope you liked the video. I'll be getting you more content in the coming weeks. Please do subscribe to my channel. Until then, thank you. Bye bye.